The Matrix Code, Deciphering the Keys to Freedom, Episode 12. The Real Revolution, Love is the Ultimate Catalyst for Change. The hidden power of love, a force that changes everything. Love is not just an emotion or a feeling, it's the most transformative force in existence. It is the thread that connects all of creation, the essence of life itself, and the ultimate antidote to the Matrix's illusions. Why is love so powerful? Because love operates on the highest frequencies of existence. It dissolves fear, breaks down barriers, and awakens the truth of unity that the Matrix works so hard to obscure. But here's the key. Love isn't passive. It's not about standing by or accepting harm. True love is a revolutionary act. It is fierce, courageous, and unapologetic in its mission to heal, unite, and uplift. Love throughout history, the foundation of true change. If we look at history, the most profound and lasting revolutions have been driven by love, not hatred or revenge. Examples of love as a revolutionary force. 1. Mahatma Gandhi's non-violent resistance. Gandhi's philosophy of ahimsa, non-violence, was rooted in love, for truth, justice, and humanity. He showed the world that love, expressed through peaceful resistance, could dismantle the oppressive British Empire in India. 2. Martin Luther King Jr. and the Civil Rights Movement, Dr. King's dream of racial equality, was built on the principle of unconditional love, even for those who opposed him. He famously said, "Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." 3. Nelson Mandela's forgiveness. After 27 years of imprisonment, Mandela chose forgiveness over retaliation. His love for South Africa and its people paved the way for reconciliation and healing in a deeply divided nation. These leaders understood that hatred only perpetuates cycles of oppression and division. Love, on the other hand, creates the conditions for real and lasting transformation. The psychology of love. Why it's the ultimate healer. Love isn't just a spiritual ideal, it's deeply rooted in human psychology. Neuroscience and psychology reveal that love has profound effects on our brains, bodies, and behavior. How love transforms us. 1. Love reduces fear. Love activates the parasympathetic nervous system, calming the fight-or-flight response triggered by fear. This allows us to think clearly and respond rationally. 2. Love builds resilience. People who feel loved are more resilient in the face of challenges. Love provides a sense of safety and belonging that strengthens our ability to overcome adversity. 3. Love creates empathy. When we love, we naturally expand our capacity for empathy, seeing the world through the eyes of others. This dissolves the illusion of separation and fosters connection. 4. Love rewires the brain. Acts of love and compassion release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which strengthens relationships and reinforces positive behaviors. The Matrix thrives on fear, because fear divides and paralyzes. Love, on the other hand, unites and mobilizes, making it the most effective force for breaking free from the Matrix's control. The illusion of fear versus the reality of love. Fear is the Matrix's most powerful weapon. It keeps us divided, reactive, and compliant. But fear is an illusion, a false narrative created to keep us disconnected from the truth. Here's how fear works. It amplifies division. Fear convinces us that we must protect ourselves from the other, whether it's another race, religion, or political group. It magnifies threats. The Matrix uses fear-based narratives to make challenges seem insurmountable, convincing us that we need external systems to save us. It disempowers us. Fear convinces us that we are small, powerless, and at the mercy of forces beyond our control. The truth. Love is the reality. It reminds us that we are infinite, connected, and capable of creating a better world. When we shift from fear to love, we step into our true power. Revolutionary acts of love. How to practice love in a world of fear. Revolution doesn't have to look like protests or uprisings. The real revolution happens in everyday acts of love and compassion. Here's how you can start embodying this revolutionary force. 1. Love beyond boundaries. Expand your circle of care. Love not just your family and friends, but also strangers, animals, and the planet. Recognize that all life is interconnected. Practice. Smile at a stranger. Volunteer for a cause that uplifts others. Show kindness to someone who challenges your patience. 2. Love without conditions. Unconditional love doesn't ask, "What can you do for me?" It simply offers care and understanding, even to those who may not seem to deserve it. Practice. When someone wrongs you, try to understand their pain rather than reacting with anger. Extend forgiveness, not because they deserve it, but because it frees you from resentment. 3. Love through courage. Sometimes love requires speaking truth to power or standing up for what's right. This kind of love is bold and transformative. Practice. Advocate for justice, even when it's uncomfortable. Speak your truth with compassion, not aggression. 4. Love yourself. First, you can't pour from an empty cup. Revolution starts with self-love, the willingness to honor your needs, set boundaries, and care for your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Practice. Take time each day for self-care, whether it's meditation, journaling, or simply resting. Replace self-criticism with affirmations of worthiness and gratitude for your unique journey. 5. Love through connection. Engage with others authentically. Listen deeply, share openly, and build relationships based on trust and mutual respect. Practice. Have a meaningful conversation with someone you care about. Listen to understand, not to respond. Build bridges with people who hold different perspectives. The collective power of love. Unity is the revolution. The real revolution isn't just about individual transformation, it's about collective awakening. When enough people choose love over fear, the matrix begins to crumble. How love creates collective change. It unites. Love dissolves the barriers that divide us, creating a foundation for collaboration and shared purpose. It inspires action. Love motivates us to care for others, protect the planet, and challenge systems of oppression. It elevates consciousness. Love raises the collective vibration, creating a ripple effect that accelerates humanity's evolution. Imagine a world where governments, corporations, and communities operate from a foundation of love. This is not a dream, it's a potential reality that begins with each of us. The real revolution begins within. The matrix often distracts us with external revolutions, political movements, economic reforms, and technological advancements. While these are important, they are secondary to the true revolution, the awakening of the heart. When you embody love, you become the revolution. Every act of kindness, every moment of forgiveness, every choice to connect rather than divide is a step toward dismantling the matrix and creating a new world. So I leave you with this question. Are you ready to embrace love as your guiding force? Are you ready to let go of fear, judgment, and separation and step into the infinite power of compassion and unity? The real revolution isn't somewhere out there, it's here in your heart. The choice is yours. The metaphysics of love, the creative force of the universe. At its core, love is not just an emotion or a human experience, it is the very fabric of existence. In metaphysical terms, love is the energy that holds the universe together, the force from which everything is created. Ancient teachings on love as a creative force. In Hinduism, love is embodied in the concept of Ananda, the bliss of divine union. The universe itself is said to have been created out of this infinite love. In Sufism, love is seen as the driving force behind all creation, with the beloved, the divine, expressing itself in infinite forms to experience itself. In Christianity, God is love, 1 John 4:8, is a cornerstone teaching, signifying that the divine essence of creation is rooted in unconditional love. In quantum physics, while not explicitly termed as love, the interconnectedness observed in quantum entanglement mirrors the unifying force described by spiritual traditions. When we align ourselves with this creative force, we become co-creators with the universe. Love moves us beyond survival and into the realm of infinite possibility, where we can manifest realities rooted in unity, abundance, and harmony. The frequency of love, tuning into liberation. Everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency, including emotions. Fear, anger, and hatred operate at low frequencies, while love, joy, and gratitude vibrate at the highest. How love elevates your frequency. 1. Healing. Love restores balance to the body and mind, dissolving stress and tension. 2. Expansion. High frequencies associated with love open your consciousness, allowing you to perceive opportunities, insights, and connections that fear obscures. 3. Alignment. When you vibrate at the frequency of love, you align with the natural flow of the universe, where synchronicities and miracles occur. Practical exercise to raise your frequency. Start each day by placing your hands over your heart and breathing deeply. Visualize your heart as a radiant source of light, expanding with each breath. Focus on feelings of love, gratitude, and compassion, and let them infuse your entire being. Notice how this shifts your mood, perception, and interactions throughout the day. The role of self-love in the revolution. You cannot give what you do not have. To embody love as a revolutionary force, you must first cultivate love for yourself. Self-love is not selfish. The Matrix conditions us to believe that self-love is selfish or indulgent. But in truth, self-love is the foundation for all other forms of love. When you honor your own worth, you set the standard for how you treat others and how you allow yourself to be treated. Practices for self-love. 1. Release self-judgment. Replace critical thoughts with affirmations of worthiness and acceptance. Example, I am enough exactly as I am. 2. Honor your needs. Set boundaries that protect your energy and well-being. 3. Celebrate your journey. Reflect on how far you've come and express gratitude for your growth, even through challenges. Self-love is a radical act in a system that profits from insecurity and self-doubt. When you reclaim your love for yourself, you reclaim your power. Love and forgiveness. Breaking the chains of the past. Forgiveness is one of the most misunderstood yet powerful expressions of love. It is not about condoning harm or forgetting what has been done. It is about freeing yourself from the chains of resentment and anger. How forgiveness liberates you. 1. It releases emotional weight. Carrying resentment is like holding a burning coal. It only harms you. Forgiveness allows you to let go of this burden. 2. It restores your power. When you forgive, you reclaim the energy that was tied up in anger and pain, redirecting it toward growth and healing. 3. It breaks cycles of retaliation. Forgiveness creates space for reconciliation and understanding, rather than perpetuating cycles of conflict. A simple forgiveness practice. Close your eyes and bring to mind someone you need to forgive. This can include yourself. Visualize sending them light and love from your heart, saying, I release this burden and choose peace. Repeat as often as needed. Radical love. Choosing unity over division. The Matrix thrives on division. It pits us against each other by race, religion, politics, gender, and class because a divided population is easier to control. Radical love is the antidote to this strategy. What radical love looks like. Loving the other. Extend compassion to those who look, think, or act differently from you. See beyond the labels to the shared humanity underneath. Building bridges. Seek common ground with those you disagree with, focusing on shared values rather than differences. Standing for truth. Love requires courage. Speak out against injustice, but do so with compassion, not hatred. Radical love doesn't mean passivity. It means active engagement with the intention of healing and uniting. Love as the fuel for activism. Love isn't just about feelings, it's about action. It's the fuel that drives meaningful change in the world. How love inspires action. 1. Compassionate leadership. Leaders motivated by love prioritize the well-being of all, rather than serving personal or political agendas. 2. Sustainable activism. Love sustains movements for justice and equality, preventing burnout and division. 3. Creative solutions. Love expands our thinking, allowing us to imagine and implement solutions that benefit everyone, rather than just a select few. Examples of love-driven activism. Environmental movements rooted in love for the earth and future generations. Community initiatives that address inequality with empathy and innovation. Advocacy for marginalized groups, based on the belief that every human being deserves dignity and respect. The ripple effect of love, creating a new paradigm. When you choose love, you don't just transform your own life, you create ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. How the ripple effect works. Your act of kindness inspires someone else to pay it forward. Your courage to forgive encourages others to do the same. Your willingness to lead with love creates a model for others to follow. Imagine a world where millions of people choose love over fear, unity over division, and compassion over judgment. This is how we create a new paradigm, one based on cooperation, abundance, and peace. The real revolution, a call to embody love. The Matrix wants you to believe that revolution is external, that it requires force, violence, or the overthrow of systems. But the real revolution begins within. It begins when you choose to embody love, in every thought, action, and interaction. Ask yourself, how can I show more love to myself today? How can I bring love into my relationships and community? How can I contribute to a world rooted in unity and compassion? The real revolution isn't somewhere out there. It's here in your heart. And the moment you choose love, you become the revolution. Final thought. Love is the key to freedom. Love is the only force that the Matrix cannot control. It vibrates beyond its frequency, transcending the illusions of fear, hatred, and separation. So I leave you with this challenge. Will you choose love as your guiding force? Will you be the catalyst for the real revolution? The time is now. The choice is yours. The world is waiting for your light. Thank you for watching Positive Vortex. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. And if my content resonates with you, don't forget to click the thanks button to show your appreciation. Your support means the world. Let's keep spreading positivity together.